hopefully we can set up the that match and have Dave Glasgow and Eric Lane come join us to help do some commentary. But as for right now, we have not rescheduled that game. This weekend, the Kingsmen will be at the South Bend crossover. Kingsman Black will have 4 games. Friday early afternoon against CIKB, and then early Saturday morning at 8 a.m. And that will be against Bloomington. And then Saturday afternoon will be against HSEB, and then finally on Sunday we'll be going up against Zionsville. So keep an eye out. We'll post some things up on the Facebook page with the times, so everybody can tune in to watch. One minute left till game time. This is likely going to be a difficult matchup. Culver always puts together very good teams. Last year, both their A and their B team were ranked in the top 5 for a good portion of the season in the state. I think this year, both teams have lost a couple of games. Hopefully, Kingsmen, if we can get some points on the board, try to make this a game. All right, 5 seconds left, and we'll get going. Kingsmen wearing their new blacks this evening. Look very good out there on the ice. I was told we will be splitting time in the net tonight. We'll see who starts. I think Lacey Fry is starting. I think we'll expect to see Parker midway through the game. Hopefully everybody had a great holiday weekend, enjoyed some Thanksgiving turkey. The Kingsmen went out to the Ronald McDonald House and delivered some food this week. Very nice gesture. I think the kids enjoyed it, and certainly the Ronald McDonald House was very appreciative of it. One of the great things that the club does. So Lacey Fry is in fact starting in the net. We've got Napick, Mancini, and Dame with Banga and Pleva on defense. Napick with the face-off. Puck comes back to Banga. Banga over to Pleva. Pleva sends it cross ice up to Mancini, who tries to tip it in. Gets right to Evan Napick. Napick shot goes just wide. Prime opportunity here very early. Back to Banga. Banga with the little slap shot. Gets blocked up front. Dame back on the puck. Dame sends it up ice, goes off of Pleva's skate, and they're called for the offside. Tried to just slap it in, but the offensive player was standing just over the blue line, and it hit him. So making a switch, we got Rumble, Nagel, and Lataru with DeHennens and Kong on defense. Puck comes out, Lataru with it. Gets it over to Rumble. Rumble gets it in deep. Collected by the Culver D-man. Culver with the exit. DeHennens there, stands him up and then gets cross-checked. Nothing called. DeHennens back up. Kong sends it around to Lataru. Lataru can't get to it. Sent back in behind the net. Rims all the way around to Nagel. Nagel collects and sends it up. goes through the Culver defender, no icing. Puck sent around to the corner, Rumble there, Nagel there. Off the wall, but kept in by Kong. Great job by Sejun, keeping that puck in and prevented a breakaway. Puck sent around behind the net. Kong back there. Puck sent up high, shot from up high, gloved by Lacey Fry. Sorry, turned the camera the wrong way there. Glove save Fry. So we got Pleva and Kevin Miller on defense with Connor Holmes, Dean Chelios, and Carter Miller. Puck sent back to the point. Dumped back behind the net. Puck sent in and pad save Lacey. Carter Miller tries to get to it. Connor Holmes now sent right up into the middle and gets through. Pleva lifted the stick. And Dean Chelios sends it all the way down the ice for icing. So we'll have a D-zone face-off. Pleva and Miller stay out there, making an offensive line change with got Mancini, Dame, and Napick. Napick taking the face-off. Puck gets sent up. Mancini just can't get the exit. Napick follows it up, and it goes up and into the Kingsman bench. That should be a neutral zone, but no, they're saying it never left the zone. So once again, D-zone face-off, Napick. Napick sends it back behind the net. Puck sent across the crease, nobody home. Puck behind the net, Napick goes and collects. Skates through a man, gets up to Mancini, who taps it back to Napick. Napick coming in with a lot of speed, trying to get it over to Dame. Finally gets to the middle. And Culver with the exit. Kevin Miller. Called offside. Both Miller and Dame were there to try to help prevent the man from getting in, and that little delay led to that offside call. So we got things switched up here. Rumble, Lataru, Nagel with Kong and Banga. Banga sends it off the boards, gets up to Rumble. Rumble gets around the defender, takes a shot that goes wide. That's a sneaky little shot there. Lataru, Kong sends it. Can't get it through the defender. Puck comes back, and Banga. Fry covers it up. Smart move. Culver player was coming on with some heat. Rumble with the face-off. Puck is sent up, and I'll slap back into the corner. Kong puts it off the boards, but gets to the Culver man, sends it over. Lacey Fry with a great save, sliding to her right. Puck back up high. Shot goes high. Puck sent back into the middle. Now it's out to Nagel. Nagel taps it up to Rumble. Rumble to Lataru, who enters. Puck behind the net. Nagel can't get to it. Culver coming in with speed, sends it to the middle, goes off a skate, gets to the high point. Shot, save, Lacey Fry. So Holmes, Itterberg, Chelios with DeHennens and Pleva on defense. Holmes taking the face-off. Sent up high. Holmes steps in, gets the puck away for a moment, puck back behind the net. Holmes gives chase. Sent up high, goes off of a stick and then a skate, and now we get the exit. puck back in. Sent from low to high, blocked by DeHennens up front. Sent back behind the net. DeHennens gives chase, puts his man into the boards. Man's wide open in the middle, though. Sent right into the middle, collected by DeHennens, chips it up, cannot get it out, but now they do, and DeHennens coming with some speed. And now Napick coming off the bench with some speed, goes around his man, puck sent back, and covered up by the defender, by the goalie, and Kingsmen get an O-zone face-off. So Napick, Dame, and Mancini. DeHennens stays out there with Kevin Miller. Napick with the face-off. Sent up high to DeHennens. DeHennens tries to slap it in. Collected by the defender. Puck sent down. No icing. Kevin Miller sends it up off the boards to Dame. Dame. Miller. Napick off the boards. Gets through the defender. Deflected. Dame has some space behind the net. And called for tripping. Kingsmen go on the power play. So with 9:40 left in the first, Kingsmen get the first power play of the evening. Been a little back and forth. Puck's been in the D zone a fair amount, but we've had some prime opportunities as well. So Napick with the face-off. He's got Nagel and Rumble with Eva and Dame on defense. Puck gets back to Dame. Dame sends it up towards Nagel, gets around and behind the net. Picked up by Rumble. Sent back around. Nagel gives chase. Dame saves it at the blue line, gets it in. Napick trying to get to it. Nagel getting over to it. Back behind the net. Napick just trying to get it out front to Rumble. Grayson does a good job of keeping it. Oh, Cleva saves it at the blue line. Kingsman still just giving a good forecheck here. Good chase. But Culver gets the clear. Cleva back to collect. Cleva takes a second. Sends it around to Dame. Dame didn't know where the puck was. It's at his feet. Good lift of the stick there. Tapped by Nagel. Bumped up to Napick. Napick sends it in. Culver goalie collects it behind the net. Up to Cleva. Cleva shot blocked. Now puck sent around him. Back to Mancini. Mancini trying to pass it back to Dame. A little through the leg pass. Now with 30 seconds left on the power play, the Culver has established some O-zone time. 21 seconds left on the power play, and Kingsmen are making a change. DeHennens and Banga on defense with Lataru, Chelios, and Mancini. Mancini takes the face off. Gets it over to Banga. Banga off the boards to Mancini. Mancini chips it out, and Lataru now giving chase. Sent off the boards, collected by DeHennens, just a little hard off his stick. Now he gets it. Carries it into the zone. Lost the puck, lost his stick. Lataru covering. It's around Lataru. Lataru does a good job of clearing that puck out of the zone. Now Chelios back on it. Banga going towards the puck, but was just a little too hard. Now we get the exit. Center ice. Banga in the D zone. Sends it up to Rumble. Rumble gets around the guy. Over to Chelios. Chelios just beyond his reach, but still on it in the corner. Does a good job of pressuring. Oh, right up in front. Oh, Rumble was right there. Puck wrap. No, tried to wrap it around. Could not. Banga sends it back behind the net. Rumble tried to send it out front, but nobody was home. Back around the blue line. DeHinnens chips it in. And clear up. Banga sends it back up to Napick. Napick gets it back into the zone, and the goalie collects. Leaves it behind the net. Good job by Napick to keep his man off of it. DeHinnens with the clear. Culver recollects in the neutral zone, sends it in, but Banga keeps him from the entry. Making a change. Napick puts a body on a man to get that puck in deep. Dame and Pleva back on it. There's a man open in the middle, though. Napick with the dive to just get back to it. Dame taps it up, and Rumble gives chase. Kingsman making a change. Right now we got Holmes, Dame. Oh, Sejun keeps that puck in right at the blue line. Sent up Chelios. Chelios sends it in. Offside, delayed offside still. Holmes is still offside. 5:17 left in the first period. Still a 0-0 tie. Sejun Kong puts that puck quietly into the corner. Sent up to Dame. Dame carries and tries to send it in. Once again, Kingsman offside. They touch up. Culver carries it in and shot, short-sided save. Shot from the circle, blocked by Connor Holmes. Chelios sends it back behind the net for Kong to collect. Kong collects and sends it up. Stick down and sits down at neutral ice. Sejun skating it up. Sends it over to Pleva. Culver collects. Brings it around behind the net. Sends it up front, but Kong with a good stick. And sends it up to the point. D-to-D pass. Sent down to the low circle. Into the slot. Shot. There's a lot of traffic in front. Looks like it might have been blocked by the Culver player, but Pleva was there as well. Pleva now collects. Puts it off the board, sends it all the way down, and that's going to go for icing. So Kingsman able to make a change. 3:46 left in the first period. 0-0 tie. Puck is up to the high slot. Kevin Miller back on it. Napick keeps it from getting around. Right out in front to Hennens. Backhands it back behind the net. Lacey with a good save there. Up to Mancini. Mancini chips it up, and it rolls all the way down. No icing. Kevin Miller keeps that puck in. Gets it to Napick. Napick takes it into the corner. Mancini tried to send it in, but went off of one of the defenders. DeHinnens with a good stick at center ice, and then sends it into the empty corner, chased after by Napick. Napick sends it up front to Dame. Dame cannot tuck it home. Mancini was there as well. Culver coming back the other way. Cole Dame does a good job of taking one man out of the play. Back behind the net to DeHinnens. DeHinnens collects. Off the boards up to Mancini, who then chips it up and rolls down into the O zone. Kingsman able to make a change. Culver sends it in deep. Puck sent over to Lataru. Lataru wraps it around the other way up to Nagel. Nagel collects, taps it up to Rumble. Rumble tried to make a move to come back on the inside. Makes a move around to Hennens, just needed to stretch a little too far. To Hennens tries to send it up, gets to Rumble. Rumble able to get that puck out. Sent in, Kevin Miller gives chase. Wraps it around the boards to Nagel. Nagel gets there. Sent right up front and tucked home. Dehennen stepped to the puck. Miller was there on the back end, but got to the Culver player right in the slot, and they tap it home. 1-0. So we got Chelios, Holmes, and Carter Miller in there with Pliva and Banga on defense. Culver carries it into the zone, goes wide to Lacey. Puck behind the net. Oh, just got past Chelios. Banga keeps the puck from getting to the center. Oh, puck gets out, and Carter Miller collects. Sent back in. Banga's there. Banga chips it off the boards. At their feet behind the net. 40 seconds left. Holmes collects, sends it down the ice. That'll go for icing, but with 35 seconds left, once again, Kingsman can make a change. So we got Napick, Mancini, and Dame with Pliva and Banga on defense. And 33.6 seconds left in the first period. Puck sent up to the high point, high slot, and then sent into the corner. Tapped back up to the D-man. Napick with the good reach. Oh, just cannot get it past that blue line. Fortunately, kind of hard first touch there by Culver. Sent in, tapped out. And with 6 seconds left, you should think they won't get much of an opportunity there. Puck sent in, and that is the end of the first period. So Kingsmen 0, Culver 1. Very good first period, back and forth. Some great saves by Lacey. Some great defense. A couple of good opportunities. Some good opportunities on the power play too. So hopefully we can turn this into a good second period and get this game tied up.
Students watching it on YouTube, and it's not letting them make it. I don't know if it's a setting. I told them on mine, and it wouldn't make it.
Yeah, Sly messaged me too, and I apologize. The last couple times out, the camera's been kind of funky. Like it's not letting you zoom in. So Mancini's shot goes wide, blocker save. Napick sends it in deep. Oh, Hennens tried to step to it. Pinch in. Shot. Save, Lacey. Kong on it. Kong chips it up. Cannot get it out. Back behind the net to Hennens. Wraps it around backhand the other way. Collected by Mancini. Gets behind the net. Hennens cannot collect though. Now he's got it. He's bringing it up. Off the boards up to Mancini, but actually gets all the way up to Dame, who gets to it. No icing. Dame is down. Hawken. Sent up to the point. To Hennens with the slap shot. Goes on net. Kind of trickled in. Stick got in the way. To Hennens. Flex hits the red line and sends it in. Rumble to Kong. Kong. Back to Rumble. Rumble off the boards. Up to Nagel. Nagel. Oh, tries to get to it with his reach. Just cannot grab it. Kick by Hennens and then stick by Hennens. Puck gets up to the blue line and then kicked up. I'm going to try to readjust the camera quickly here. Sorry. Keep running into this. I'm going to mute for a second and just try to figure this out. YouTube keeps telling me orientation is locked, so I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to work it out. So we got Itterberg, Chelios, and Holmes out there with Banga and Pliva on defense. Yeah, so once again, it's telling me orientation is locked on YouTube. So now it's got me stuck in this position. So I am so sorry, everybody. Rotation lock is off. So I'll hold it here for a minute while I'm working to figure it out. So we got Pliva, Dame, Rumble, Nagel, shot, save. Rumble still on it. Rumble giving chase. Culver carries it into the zone. Cleva back on it. Shot, save, fly. Sent up to Nagel. Nagel can't get to it. Dame sends it off the boards to Nagel. Goes all the way down, and that's going to go for icing. Napick with the face off. Gets it over to Dame. Rumble now on it. Rumble up to Napick. Napick waits for reinforcements, but it's chipped up. Too much time in the D zone here on the power play. Cleva holding his man. Napick got knocked down, nothing called. Oh, right up front there for Nagel, just can't get to it. Sent back in by Cleva. Now back to full strength. Kicked in by Mancini. Wataru. Cleva on it now. Cleva just slaps it down. And no icing. I think that there were a lot of people changing. Maybe it glanced off of one of their players. DeHennens tries to send it in, but gets blocked up high. Goes the other way. Oh, the shot goes just wide. DeHennens on it. DeHennens sends it up the boards to Lataru. Lataru does a good job of putting a body. Now Mancini. Cleva did a good job of taking the stick from the middle of the ice. And Chelios kicks that puck out. Mancini reaching in. Player goes down and loses the stick. Slow getting up. Ref's got his arm up, and it's going to go for tripping. So 7:34 left. I'm going to try to adjust a few things that probably won't work. I assume that's probably not any better. And on the penalty kill, we've got DeHennens, Rumble, Napick, and Kong. They send it up high, and puck gets out. Sent D to D. Puck sent in. Napick there. Shot. Save, Parker Gableman. So Now I've got it locked so it's wide, but you have to turn your device. So if you're watching it on TV, I apologize. And I'm still trying to work through and figure this out. Pucks it in, kicked away by DeHennens. D to D pass, high point shot, Gableman save. Rebound ends up getting behind the net. Then D to D pass, back to the D-man, sent over to the high circle. And we got some tussling going on in the middle of the ice. And it looks like the Culver player is going to the penalty box. And now DeHennens is leaving the ice as well. So still playing 5-on-4. DeHennens and Mancini are in the box. So we got Lataru, Banga, Kong, and Dame out there now. Puck behind the net. Comes out to the high circle. Over player brings it into the slot, goes off the post and covered up by Parker Gableman. That hit the inside of the post. Gableman giving the post a little bit of love there. Dame sends the puck back. Khan gets to it. Gableman was covering the near post, and instead of just tucking it in, the Culver player just walked it right out front. All right, still adjusting things here. I apologize. Face off Napick, up to Mancini. Mancini, Dame trying to give chase. Napick wins that puck. Slips it up to Mancini. Mancini taps it forward to Dame. Dame on it. Shot. Save. Full Dame eyeing that far post there. Puck sent up to Pliva. Pliva dumping it into Mancini. Mancini gets it over to Pliva. Pliva with the shot goes wide. Dame, Napick. Napick, shot goes wide. Mancini gives chase. Banga over on it. Napick comes in and cleans it up. Shot, save. A couple of good opportunities there. Pliva rides his man off the puck. And Dame back to help collect. Now Pliva trying to fight to get that puck out. Sent in, goes wide. Pliva. Banga chasing. Puck sent to the middle. Banga to Dame. Dame carries it up. And slips it in. 4:38 left in the second period. 2-0 Culver. Rumble gets around his man. Tries a little toe drag. Puck back behind Culver's net. Still Kong trying to pinch. Puck goes all the way down for icing. So again, apologize for the orientation problems. This has been like 3 weeks worth of these issues. Nagel right in front. Rumble. Oh, that puck was bouncing around a little bit too. Puck gets up to Miller. Miller cannot keep it in. No icing. Up to the point. Feed a D pass. Kevin Miller lays some lumber. Hennon's fighting for it in the corner. Manages to get that puck out. Nagel keeps that puck in. 3:30 left in the second period. Lataru just cannot get to it. The Hennons kicks it down. Manages to get knocked off the puck. Nagel keeps that in. And Kevin Miller slides it in, and Kingsman touch up. Pucks it in. Kevin Miller gets to it. Tries to send it up, just cannot get it out. Puck goes off a stick and goes up into the boards. Rumble puts the man down. Like maybe a cross check there, but nothing called. Mataru fighting for it. Rumble fighting for it. And puck set back behind the net. Collected by the Hennons. Off the boards. Gets it up to Lataru, and the puck gets out. Culver sends it back in. They are still offside. And Kevin Miller skates it. Culver collects on D. 2 minutes left in the second. So between periods, I am going to exit out and log back in. So I apologize. Everybody give me about 5 minutes or so. If we're getting an ice cut, I assume we are. I hope we are. Dehennen sends it in. Collected by the defender. And because of the stick there at the blue line, goes for offside. Leva gets to it, keeps that puck out. Now it's in, and Banga goes to collect. Backhands up towards Pleva, collected by the Culver player. Save Parker Gableman. Right out into the slot. Oh, they had a prime opportunity. Bounced over the Culver stick. That goes wide, and great pass. He took it home. So 3-0 Culver. 1:13 left in the second period. Napick takes the face off. James sends it in. 1 minute left now. Dame giving some pressure. deep, wrapped around. Banga collects, gets it up to Mancini. Mancini just cannot tip it, goes off the stick. And Banga sends it up, and just bounces once again, just gets to the blue line, but does not get out. Sent around behind the net. Napick does a good job of getting a stick on it, and that clears the puck. Save, Parker Gableman. 9 seconds left in the second. Napick with the face-off. Puck sent right to the middle. Covered up Gableman. A little bit of tussling out front there. So 3 seconds left. Should be the final face-off of the second period. All right, so let's see if we're going to get an ice cut. Does not look like it. All right, so I'm going to log out real quick and log back in. So give me about 2 minutes, and hopefully we'll fix it. Thank you.